Habib Ali ibn Ja'far was a very righteous, pious man who the scholars of Islam, when they would travel to those lands, would all visit him. Right? His wife died when he was only 30 years old. His wife died when he was only 30 years old. And he never married again. And he lived till the age of 90. Right? So 60 years. And people constantly said to him, why don't you marry again? And he would say, in loyalty to that woman, I'm never marrying again. And people said to him, why don't you go back to Yemen? That's where he was from. He said, I fear that if I go to Yemen and die there, and I'm buried there, this wife of mine will stand at the day of judgment and say, where's Ali gone? She will search for me and not find me. I don't want to break her heart on the day of judgment when she comes out of her grave and not to find me besides her. This is why I will never go back to Yemen. And when he passed away, we had this from those who were present at his passing, present at his burial, and those who would serve him. They said when he passed away, the space between, the space next to his wife's grave was literally a space where you could only walk. It was only a walking space between her grave and the next grave. They said, we were so amazed that when the Shaykh passed away, the earth expanded itself and there was enough space for his grave. Whereas before that, there wasn't any space for another grave there next to his wife's grave. And then every Eid, he had a box that he would only open up on the day of Eid. And in that box, he had a particular imama and a particular jubba that he would only wear on the day of Eid. And people were asking, why do you wear this only on the day of Eid? He said, because this was sewn by my wife by hand, and in loyalty to her, I only bring these out on the day of Eid as celebration. Otherwise, I keep them packed away. This man was of such righteousness that when the author of this book, Sayyid Muhammad bin Alawi rahmatullah alayhi, went to visit him, he said to him, I want to see the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but I want to see him now. I want to see him now. The people who were there at Habib Ali ibn Ja'far's house, they said when Sayyid Muhammad left from the Shaykh's room, he left without his imama on his head and tears flowing from his eyes, and he said to us, I lived all of my life in Mecca and Medina but never saw the Prophet the way I saw him in this room today. If you have a person of religion in your life, then nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. What matters is somebody who will respect you, whether male or female, whether husband or wife, somebody who will honor you, somebody who will take care of you, somebody who will look after you, somebody who not only thinks about your affairs in this world, but thinks about the affairs